I watch a film every other day, and today I watched the movie that's now streaming on Cover. It's called Adunni Ogidan Binrin. This movie opened in cinemas last year, and it has a number of people. It has Lateef, it has Nancy Isime, Iyabo Ojo, Odunlade. Like it has people. This film, you know when something has good intentions, but the execution is just not good. This movie reads or plays like an infomercial. Like you're watching it and you're like, this doesn't even feel like a film. It doesn't feel like something you can get lost in because it's reading like a an infomercial, like an essay. Like I will read you some actual lines of dialogue. This is the non-spoiler section, but let me read you like some actual lines of dialogue. This is a three-person exchange, real dialogue from this film. The white man and the king are in cahoots, stripping us of our heritage, all in the name of commonwealth. This is so unjust. This is what one person says. The person that now follows says, we need to find a way to fight back. Our ancestors fought for this land and we cannot give it out without a struggle. Are you kidding me? Then the next person says after this, perhaps there's a legal recourse we can explore. We need to gather rightful evidence of our ownership and challenge their claims. This reads literally like an information. This is not. When I tell you, watching this film, like, what is? Like, it's like they say like obviously this is a film about regaining your power and all of that. But the power of film is that you are in the world of this character. You are in the world of this film, and then the film reveals the themes to you. It reveals the story to you. It's not just hamming it in your throat like we have to fight against injustice. We need to gather up and fight. It's this is so heavy handed. Oh my god. Let's talk about another thing, which is the captions. To even get the captions on this, first of all, when this film was uploaded on Cover last year, it didn't even have captions. I had to send emails to Cover. I reached out to their customer support. Finally, the captions now came. And the captions, sometimes people are speaking in this film is predominantly Yoruba, by the way. So people are speaking like sentences of Yoruba. So like I'm seeing the person talking. The caption will just be like a 5 word sentence. That'll just be like the king has to go. But somebody is like giving whole words. I'm like, now wow. The filmmaker should have just also hard coded the subtitles into this. So that, like I want to start talking about this with spoilers. But this film as a whole, I would just say go and watch maybe like Fumilayo or Ransom Kuti or about Lododo if you want something better. But I'm not going to discourage you from watching this. Let's talk about this with spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Let's go. When this film starts off, with the scene of the warrior women on the horses, they really sold me something that they did not deliver on. Because when I find out that that is a dream, okay, no wahala. But the promise of that film, because when I was even really reaching out to cover and all of this, it was that first scene that I saw of Nancy Sime and all the women on the horses, and then they have magical powers. I was like, oh, this looks very interesting. Cut to this is just a regular film about colonialism and fighting for justice in an in an unjust world, but done in a way that is so ay. The most moving part of this film was when Yewande died, and the reason is because that is one of the most developed characters in terms of character development. When she dies, we have already seen her relationship with her husband, and then in the heat of that moment, she is shot. So you can actually feel something. The biggest problem with this film is that the characters are so paper thin. They hardly ever go beyond archetypes. They hardly ever like the lead they are doing is just she's the freedom fighter. The other woman, Tina Amba's character, is the woman on the board that said to come and just, get her on their side as woman to woman. The king is just like everybody's so paper thin. Damn, and Odunlade's character is just the traitor. This other one is, and we don't even get much beyond their personalities or how they are in their private lives. Like they are just literally characters for the plot, and you don't really. That is why Yewande scene works, because Yewande we actually get to see a moment alone with just her and her husband, and we can get to develop their relationship with that. And that is what film is. Film is supposed to bring you into the private moments of a person's life, to their private thoughts, not just like Aduni's character especially. Gosh, like her whole thing. Every time we see her, she's kind of just like we cannot stand against injustice. We cannot stand against the corrupt government. Like we get it, madam. And then even the moments where she's not supposed to be the intimate moments with her husband or her family, the husband is basically telling her you have to stop this fight, and she's like, "No, I will stand for and fight and be a freedom." Your whole character is just like one note. Like we don't even see. And how are we supposed to like? I wish this film knows that like it's not about plot. Spend time with the characters. For us to really understand and feel and live in your story, we need to spend time with characters in their private moments. And that is where this film really, really failed. The police people caricatures, the man that is the foreign man that is causing all the caricature, the king caricature, the king's men caricatures, even the women that are with them, paper thin, rank, ay ay ay. The film now ends with what? The last scene of the film too, it ends with Bamidele getting beat up by the women, but then he now like he sent away, he's giving her waka, they're telling him waka back, you now see the end. I was just like, what is the point of this film, man? What is the point of this film? The point of this film, they've already even told us. We didn't even have to find out. The film told us that it's about injustice in the hundreds of ways that they physically told us. If this film was not on my watch list, I would have left. Do you see how they sleep in my eye? I would have actually left. It's just that this is already the next thing on my watch list, so I had to commit to it. Otherwise, I would have left this film because this film is not a good film, a good movie. I'm a person, I think I say all the time, I'm so easily immersed into film. The reason I love film as much as I do and I love it so much is you can just disappear into a film. A good story will suck you in. This one, there's nothing to even suck inside. There's nothing to suck you inside because they harm me. I'm so disappointed by this film. I am so disappointed by this film because it had such good ideas, such good intentions, but the delivery was so lacking, so lacking, so lacking. At least Isime's acting was good. That is one person I would say that she tried. Also, Lateef too did well. Iyabo Ojo too did well. The acting performances were not bad. At least the actors tried, but the script. Aye, and they even tried for costuming, they tried for the location, they tried on a technical level. The problem is with that script and with the fact that the filmmaker did this whole film, all these budgets, all this, and now just did not take the time to say, let me put subtitles and hard code it so that whoever gets this film will already have subtitles in it that are good, that are well thought out, that everything that I want to say comes out, not the one that you now just brought a random caption and somebody is talking and only five word sentence, you can't tell me. I've already said what I want to say about this. I think I'll just keep repeating myself at this point. So you can honestly, for me, go and watch. Again, I won't discourage you from watching any film. If you want to check it out, go and check it out. But if you want a recommendation from me for themes that are in this similar vein, I would say check out from Lyra Samkuti. Maybe check out Labake Olododo. I think they do a much better job of handling themes that this film tries to touch on, but they just do it a lot better. If you have watched this movie, I'm very curious to know what you think about it in the comment section as well. And if you have watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I make movie bingo cards, which you can find on my Substack, vdkfilmclub.substack.com, and I talk about films. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.